Hey, what is up, guys? Let's go ahead and take a look at Slim Bean for your Galaxy S3 today. And this video is brought to you by AndroidRoots.com. Go and check it out where you can actually go ahead and pick up this ROM and many other ROMs, routing guides, and so much more. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about this ROM. This is Slim Bean ROM for your AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint, US Cellular, Verizon, and i9-300. So yes, every type of Galaxy S3 that you have, every variant, it's just gonna work for it. So let's go ahead and dive in right away and not waste any more time. So here we are, and here's the lock screen. As you can see, you already got the wallpaper, the little S wallpaper, pretty darn light, but it's still there. And of course, you have your lock screen too, which is an S right there, customized. Let's go and unlock it, and boom, you are presented with Nova Launcher right away. So that is the basic stock launcher that you get presented right away, and I believe that is the only launcher. So yes, it is the only launcher. Of course, you have a lot of customization options with Nova Launcher, but of course, you can go and install that with any Android device. So let's go and dive into settings and take a look at all the exclusive or the lot of more intense and technical features that you do got this ROM. Before that, let's go and just go into About Phone and show you that we are running on Android version 4.3 really quickly, and scroll back up. And let's go ahead and take a look at Slim Center first. And I just want to let you know that with Slim Center, you can actually get over-the-air updates with this ROM. So you don't necessarily always have to check on their website if there's a new update for your Galaxy S3 variants. You can easily just go and hop into this app and just go and check if there's a ROM available. That's pretty darn nice and super time-saving and just useful. But let's go ahead and take a look at general right here. And of course, you got profiles, widget view paper, which I found particularly interesting. So we'll take a look at that widget view paper right here. And you can add your own custom widget right here. Let's go and add it right there. And now you can make any of this a custom widget that you can use on the bottom. Select clock. Where is clock? Analog clock right here. It'll make it a lot easier for me, especially. And so there you go. Now you have it right there. Just make sure it's saved. So yes, it did save. And now let's go ahead and change the view paper style of it. So you can go and change the color of it too. So if you want to make it a little bit different, the background, I believe it's the background color. So make it purple, and transparency, we can make it up to 85. Let's actually go bring it back down a little bit, 50% right there. And then we can change this color too. We can make it a little bit maybe orange or greenish right there. And now it's greenish, and it automatically should save as there's no save option. It's going back out of that. And I believe under interface or navigation bar right here, if we go and enable navigation bar now, let's see if it shows up. Let's go and tap on that once more. Okay, it looks like navigation bar did freeze us. All right, so I am back. I actually had to go ahead and take out the actual battery of my Samsung Galaxy S3, put it back in, reboot, and this was already automatically selected, and the software navigation keys, they actually show up at the bottom. And I just want to show you, if we go into buttons, go ahead and add a new one, and then go ahead and select that widget view paper right here. So widget view paper, and now you have widget view paper, and now let's go ahead and back out of that. And now if you go and tap on it, it actually shows up the clock wherever you are on top of the current app you're on. So if you want Gmail, you could have Gmail, Facebook, Twitter, etc. You have it. In my case, it's just the little display. Tap on it just to remove it. So I thought that was pretty darn neat. But now we can go ahead and go into interface. You got themes. You can go and change the status bar, so clock style, all that stuff. Signal icon. You can change the icon, text, or hidden even, whichever one you really do prefer. We'll just leave it into icon. You can do quick peek, brightness control. So you can go and select it just by sliding it across. As you can see, it's getting brighter, and it's going to go ahead and get dimmer right there. Let's go and put it back to a reasonable brightness for the camera. Right there, it should be fine. So that's pretty darn nice. Of course, you have a lot of stuff. And you got animation options even, so list view animations. You got scale even. I honestly don't know if this is what type of animation is this for, because we have a Nova Launcher installed. So I'm actually gonna go have to take a look at that for what type of animation that it is, but it's available for you guys to figure out, or it should be on the thread stating it what the functionality is. But it's there. And now if we got navigation, of course, we already did a little bit of this. We went into navigation bar and we have selected that. So you got ring types and buttons and so many other options too. You can show it in landscape. And of course, navigation bars on the Samsung Galaxy S3 isn't really, feasible, especially with the hardware keys at the bottom of a Samsung device. So if you want to have it, you can. It does kind of take up screen space, but you can go remove it anytime you want or enable it whenever you want, as long as it doesn't freeze the next time you use it. You should be fine. Or you might have to reboot each time you want to enable it. But fingers crossed, hopefully not every time. You also have Slim Pie. We can go and do a quick look at that. And we can go ahead and show always. Okay, and now I believe it should be on the left. So you got your Pi control right here, home, back, and recent, and you got your time and stuff too right there. Like I said, you got Slim Center, and you can go and turn on and off Slim Bean Dark. So you can see the setting turns darker or brighter right there by the settings look. And that is it. Slim Bean ROM for your Samsung Galaxy S3. Oh, and there we go. So that is the actual effect. So as you can see by the settings, it becomes smaller to bigger. Wow, that's actually pretty darn cool. I'm actually gonna keep that. Wow, I actually really like that. So that animation is pretty cool. Wow, I kind of just want to play with that all day. So you can see that's a really cool effect, and as you saw earlier, there's a lot more other effects you can get with that settings option. The transition effect, I believe it was called. I just kind of want to play with that all day. And as you can see, just by the whole look of this, everything is pretty darn small, just by the icons and all that. So the icons are a little bit tad more smaller. Text is much smaller too. If you go into settings or the top navigation options, those are smaller too. So icons and all that stuff is smaller, and of course, Slim Bean. That means it's actually gonna be pretty darn small. If I go and take a look at the size of the ROM, it's actually only 100 MB in size of the ROM. And just add that on top of GApps, and that's your full ROM. So you can get a ton of room for other extras like media, games, movies, all the other great stuff for your Samsung Galaxy S3. And of course, you got the expandable SD card, even more memory available for you guys. But that Slim Bean ROM for your Samsung Galaxy S3. If you guys enjoyed this ROM review, be sure to like and subscribe in the bottom left-hand corner right there. Only 2 clicks away to really make my day, and link down below in the video description to go and download this ROM. And don't forget to hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, and Google Plus. Everything's down below with the social network links. That's those 3 places are really great places to go and catch up with me, ask me questions. What's my favorite ROM? How do you root this? I got a problem with routing. What's a good ROM for this specific device, and so much more. You can go and ask me questions, help, all the other great stuff, and that's down below. And link to the ROM is down below too. Thanks, guys. Peace.